So Intel are hosting the Game Chamber in Sydney, and one of their representatives got in touch with the Hot Chips crew and were like, hey, why don't we send one of you guys over to Sydney to check it out? So I was like, yeah, man, why not? That sounds pretty cool. At first, I thought it was like a little conference thing, but I went and checked it out on the website, and it's actually this kind of gaming show thing that people come along to and play games, have fun, check out the latest tech. So I'm going to give you guys a show around of that, and yeah, have fun, enjoy. So I've just arrived in Sydney. I've made it to my dad's place because I felt like that would be fun staying with him because it's right next to the Intel event, which is pretty damn cool. The weather is it's interesting. For the weather report today, no sunshine. Sydney weather right now is just pissing down. It's great. Echo. Alright, all dressed up, ready to go. Got all the Leaping Tiger gear on. Yeah, representing someone. Not Hot Chips. No, definitely not Hot Chips. Yep, so we're going to head over to the Intel Gaming Chamber and check out the new i7 Bradwell E processors. A little bit of overclocking fun and the Skull Canyon land machines, I believe. It's going to be epic. Cool, so what do we got going here? It's the Bradwell E processors that we're showing off today.
So what we've got going on here is our latest Core i7 Broadwell processors. So these are the 10-core processors that we've only launched in the past month. Yeah. So these are based on the latest 14nm technology that Intel's been working on. Obviously, what you're seeing with these is better performance, faster frame rates, smoother transitions. You're getting the whole package.
Whole shebang.
Yeah. Now is a lot more of these sorts of systems coming out from our partners like M-Wave, who's set up this rig for us. So custom water cooling, they got awesome LED lighting and tubes for all of the actual water cooling to pass around the system to keep the processors running at their optimal temperature.
Yeah. And this is not too hard to set up nowadays, isn't it?
No, not at all. I mean, the case modding is such a big thing in the gaming market these days. We're seeing so many people putting such a level of detail into the actual cases and how they're designing them. It's almost a status symbol. The cases that we've got these days. It's absolutely unreal to see how much effort's going into something other than just the way the graphics cards look and the motherboards look. Yeah.
So I've got this little machine here. Beauty.
So this bad boy here is what we call the Intel NUC. This is the latest generation, which is powered on the Intel Core i7 processors as well. So this is a Skylake-based system. This is a new design of the NUC.
Yep.
Previously they were a little bit smaller but a little bit fatter. The reason we've had to change the way these things look and feel is because previous generations were using 15 watt processor. This bad boy is actually using a 45 watt processor, so we're getting better performance out of the system. But it doesn't just end there. If we were to pop this back cover off, we've actually got two M.2 SSD slots. Now you can actually use either a SATA or an NVMe drive. So NVMe is typically 4 times the performance of SATA. So you're going to get absolute kick-ass performance out of that too. Especially once you rate it. You can rate 0, rate 1 these systems as well. And then if the onboard Iris Pro graphics isn't enough, we've actually got Thunderbolt port on here as well. So this Thunderbolt port, you can actually connect it to a Razer graphics box, stick in whatever graphics card you want onto there. You got the 40 gig a second transfer rate over the Thunderbolt, which means that you're going to get that external graphics performance through the system itself. So you could quite literally use this device as your gaming system, as your home PC, as a work PC. It will work for everyone. We've got CSGO running in the corner of here. We're going to be running a competition today, and they're all running on the Intel NUC. Actually, most of the systems we've got here are running on the
that's pretty sweet to know. Hey, so I'm back in Wellington and I thought I might do a quick recap on everything that I thought about and saw at the Intel Game Chamber over in Sydney. So first up was the Skull Canyon NUC, the kind of mini PC that they have been building. I was pretty damn impressed. It runs CSGO very well. CSGO not a super demanding game. It was running everything pretty fast. I was very impressed. And I like to see miniature PCs getting to the point where we can, take them to LANs and kind of build amazing events with all of these mini PCs and not have to take up that much room. It seems like it's a great chance to build the future of LAN communities, and I'm excited to see where it goes. In terms of the Broadwell E processors, I didn't get too much hands-on experience with them, but looking at what they were running, everything was super smooth and there were no problems. But it's hard to kind of judge a chip based on just a couple of game demos. So it'll be interesting to see how they do in the market. Looking at the specs, they're pretty powerful. They're beastly i7s. I'm running an i7 2600K and it's been lasting me for ages and doing really well in the gaming scene. So having new options for the i7 is great as gaming evolves, and I'll probably be upgrading to something like that pretty soon as well, so I can handle some more beefy games. Like Mafia 3 coming out. I'm bloody stoked for that. The party itself was really, really cool. They did a good job of doing up the place. The venue was actually an old prison, so that was pretty cool. And everything was made to look blue. There were floating logos everywhere. It was really exciting. On the topic of stuff that wasn't super Intel but was there and really fun. I had a lot of fun with VR, a lot of fun with the HTC Vive. Everybody knows my stance on VR, so I'm not going to go into it, but I had a lot of fun, and I will say that. I had a lot of fun with VR. We got to try out Tilt Brush, which was crazy good. It was really, really fun and really intuitive and interesting to use. And then the archery VR game Steam workshop lab thing that they made was really, really good as well. And then there was the Space Cadet training thing, which was a lot of fun and quite difficult, and there were a lot of competitions going on with that. It's pretty cool. And as always, the overclocking was really fun to have a little look at. And it was also really fun to see all of the dry ice strip onto the floor and create. I was hoping they were going to do a giant fog thing on the ground, but every now and then fog would cover the ground from them having to refill the dry ice container, and that was really cool. The flight simulator machine was really, really intense. A lot of the touchscreen buttons did nothing, but it was really fun having a giant projector screen in front of you and kind of doing barrel rolls and stuff. I'm sure you saw me crash. That was great. Then grabbing drinks and food with the likes of Fid and Maddie and Fred from Intel was really fun. It was great meeting a bunch of people. We met a few podcast people from New Zealand. We met a whole bunch of content creators. I met someone from Twitch who I'm going to get in touch with to show them what Hot Chips and Leaping Tiger is all about. And yeah, it was just a great, fun show to go along, and I'm very thankful. Thank you, Intel, for helping me get over there and become part of this awesome event. For information on anything you've seen in this video, I'll put a couple of links in the description. And don't forget to like and subscribe and comment and tell me what you thought of this event, and if you want to see more things like this from us in the future. Cheers!